Is everybody got that? Is it out your system on that one?
Have you ever noticed just how funny our mayor is?
So why are we having this Why are we having this conversation?
So when the city controller said he couldn't sign off on that scandal-plagued new recycling deal because of a lack of transparency, guess what the mayor did? He told his best joke yet.
The process is very, very transparent. Very transparent.
You're kidding, right? You're the guy who's fought for almost a year to keep records secret from us and the taxpayers. A state judge ordered the city to follow the law. What did our mayor do? He just ignored the judge, now spending your tax money to fight for his secrecy instead. What a guy. City Council would learn for the first time this month that important documents from the bidding had been destroyed months earlier during Hurricane Harvey.
Here's your presentation. This is ridiculous, guys. This gives us nothing. I want scoring sheets, I want transparency, and I want price per ton.
But the controller's courage was short-lived. Chris Brown caved, even though he was worried the process, quote, erodes public confidence in the awarding of contracts. You think, Mr. Brown? The mayor kept pushing for a vote before Christmas, even though council members had not even seen the backup documents they need to explain why FCC even won the recycling contract in the first place. Get this, FCC was ranked higher in experience than Waste Management. How does that happen? Waste is the largest recycler in the world, headquartered in downtown Houston, 1,000 employees. FCC just got its first U.S. recycling deal a couple of years ago.
We just don't understand, as the world's largest recycler, how we could be surpassed by someone that doesn't even have a facility here in Houston.
This time, the mayor wasn't laughing.
So that's totally wrong. It's bogus.
City Hall sources say the mayor even dispatched aides to threaten political retaliation if council delayed the vote. That didn't stop council members Kubash and Lee.
What cost is this to the city? I can't answer that question to you.
No, it is what it is.
And who tagged it, Councilmember?
Councilmember Kubash and Councilmember Lee.
So are you ready for another funny joke from the mayor?
It's not our job to pick winners and losers.
Really? So why hide the records, Mayor? Because there's mounting evidence this bid was rigged from the very start to try to keep one company out. As Mayor Turner took the oath, EcoHub and city lawyers were in final contract talks after being chosen to transform the city's garbage business, a plan to cut costs by up to $40 million a year. Virtually all our trash would be recycled for new products. Landfills could be phased out. And that was a real threat to the big garbage companies.
I considered it to be the most innovative thing I had run across in terms of recycling and really handling solid waste differently in sort of almost a totally kind of creative and game-changing way.
Turner's Chief Economic Development Officer, Andy Icken, urged the contract be finished, citing new jobs, economic development, the environment. Yet within a few weeks, Mr. Turner had decided to scrap the entire deal. Starting over with a new bid, EcoHub refused to play.
We want to bring jobs, we want to bring economic development, environmental sustainability. What's so bad about that? And why is this mayor so hell-bent on even giving me a chance to compete to bring this to the city?
They had every right to submit a bid, like 5 other companies did. They chose not to.
That's why we're fighting to see the emails. EcoHub suspected the bid was rigged and hired us to expose it.
Why don't y'all bring the people before me who's making all these allegations? Y'all are blowing me away.
In April of 2016, Houston's Chief Procurement Officer John Gillespie alerts economic boss Andy Icken about a big planning meeting with solid waste. They were clearly against letting EcoHub compete, quoting, because the mayor did not support a one-bin type program. 30 minutes after the meeting, Gillespie gets a phone call from garbage boss Harry Hayes, quote, telling me he would not consider expanding the scope of the bid to include EcoHub. Hayes emails, quote, the mayor has declared one bin dead. Maya Ford is like a daughter to the mayor. In July, she emails the man she calls Pops. Quote, "If someone doesn't open records for this, it's going to stink to high heaven." Ford's emails with Pops have been subpoenaed. She's missed the deadline to produce them. Even the day before the new bid was issued in October of last year, Icken was still trying to find a way to get EcoHub included. Quoting, "RFP for recycling comes out tomorrow. Want to make sure this encourages maximum participation, including EcoHub." Instead, the new bid included a poison pill for EcoHub. None of the one-bin proposers has ever built a plant. The language would disqualify them. Even the mayor's deputy director, Chris Butler, worried the language, quote, "may be used to exclude certain proposals." The Bloomberg Foundation had paid Butler's city salary, all part of a $1 million grant to Houston to pursue the EcoHub project. But in June of this year, the mayor finally trotted out his choice, FCC, a Spanish company owned in part by the big Democratic financier George Soros. The first media report surfaced on alleged bid rigging to keep EcoHub out. Boy, they struck a nerve.
Last week, Mayor Turner was angry.
Why are you carrying one bin to what?
Do you want an answer?
The mayor even hit records from city council members. The math was funky. He was forced to give companies another chance for a final bid. Shocking. FCC won again. Then came Hurricane Harvey. Trust me on this. Hurricane Harvey will become a storm that government agencies will use for years to claim that records we want to see, oh, sorry, they've been flooded. It is time for city council members to do the right thing. Pick a side. Transparency or secrecy? How about just fairness? Why don't we delay this vote until the city comes clean with the records? We're calling you out, Mr. Mayor. If it's such a good deal, why are you hiding the records?
Is it out your system on that one?